Hi, this is Steve Nielsen, also known as Stevie Slick with NWA UCW Zero Professional Wrestling in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm going to demonstrate some of the holds and moves that we do in professional wrestling and take a little more step-by-step approach of how we apply them. The first thing we're going to do is a collar to elbow tie-up. It's one of the basic lock-up positions that wrestlers get into. If you notice, they hand on the collar, hand on the elbow, both men are in with a stance position, both ready to go and lock up and face off to wrestle. From this, there are various moves that they get into. The first thing we're going to demonstrate out of this is called a top wrist lock. One wrestler is going to grab the wrist, take it down, put it on the other wrestler, and pull the wrist back over the top of his head. He's going to now reverse that wrist lock out by putting his fist on his hand, pulling his hands forward, reversing it, putting a top wrist lock on the other wrestler. From this move, the one wrestler is going to break out of the move by throwing some fists into the midsection to loosen him up, and then put it into a hammerlock by twisting it behind his back. Boom, boom. A hammerlock is bending the arm backwards. If we pull out a little bit here, we see the arm is backwards, holding it up at an angle on his back. You can wrench that up, causing pain. In professional wrestling, we're trying to basically put on good entertainment without breaking arms and bones and limbs. So we apply very little and light pressure. We make it look a lot rougher and stuff than we really are applying pressure for professional wrestling training. We all have to go home tonight and get up and do this all again tomorrow. If you have a lot of injuries, you can't do that. Now we're going to reverse this hold. He's going to take and spin his man around, and he's going to put him in a headlock. Boom, headlock. He has the arm around the head, putting pressure on the head and the neck area. He can grind and squeeze and put pressure on that. From here, he can do a headlock takedown, which is going to flip his man onto the mat, still maintaining the headlock, wrenching the headlock. Now, there's various ways to get out of this. What Murdoch is going to do is he's going to force Cassidy's head down and put him in a head scissors by grabbing his head between his legs and squeezing it. Cassidy now can get out of this. He's going to roll over to his stomach, and he's going to do what we call a kip out, which is shooting himself up. And then he's going to fly forward with a Lariat Headlock back onto Murdoch. He has him back into a headlock.